Hi everyone, our topic for today is about the Philippine costumes. This is from Module 3. Motivation question. What is the role of our traditional costume being a Filipino? We all know that traditional costume is considered as the most important element of culture. It serves as a national, cultural, and religious identity. By wearing it, it will shows how much we value our cultural tradition. Therefore, traditional costumes is very important. Costume as our second skin, says poet, playwright, and filmmaker Virginia R. Moreno. In one of her acclaimed essays reveals much about ourselves. The high priestess of Philippine poetry claims that we wear or do not wear conveys who we are as individuals and as a people. Let's all go now to the different Philippine costumes. So first is the Barot Saya, the national costume of the Philippines. The Barot Saya is an elegant hybrid of Filipino and Spanish clothing styles. The term itself comes from the Tagalog words barot at saya, or blouse and skirt. Still, the basic components of the ensemble, made of pineapple cloths, the indigenous textile of the Philippine Islands, the silhouette of the garment relates the traditional Spanish costume, particularly in the cut of the sleeves, the shawl collar, and trailing skirt. As we can observe in the sample picture, Barot Saya is a two-piece type of clothing. The baro is a thin type of fabric, so you should wear a shirt under it. This is the sample picture of the Barot Saya. The second one is the Maria Clara. The Maria Clara dress is an elegant formal outfit for women. It is considered a mestiza dress because it is an ensemble combining indigenous and Spanish influences. Maria Clara remains a symbol of the virtues and nobility of the Filipino woman. The Maria Clara consists of four separate pieces. First is the baro or the camisa, which is the blouse. The second one is the saya, which is the long skirt. The third one is the panuelo, which is the kerchief that worn over the shoulder. The fourth one is the tapis, is a short rectangular cloth worn over the skirt. The third one is barong Tagalog, root word baro pertaining to the upper garment, literally means Tagalog outfit. It was coined during the early Spanish colonial period to distinguish it as a native attire of Filipinos in contrast to the European-style three-piece suits. Barong Tagalog is an embroidered formal menswear made from hand-woven pinya. Today, it is mostly worn in important events. So this sample picture is the Barong Tagalog. The fourth one is the Traje de Mestiza. The Traje de Mestiza was in fact the Maria Clara trimmed into a shapely modernity with detailed embroidered skirts. The camisa became a clinging bodice with delicate oversized lace bell-shaped sleeves. The saya became slimmer that burst out the hem into a flare and acquired a train, leading to the new look. This sample picture is the Traje de Mestiza. The fifth one is the balintawak. The balintawak is a traditional Filipino costume that has a shortened skirt with puffy butterfly short sleeves, plaid textile, and low-cut bodies, and at times plenty of ornate embroidery. It was worn during picnics and other jaunts in the countryside. This sample picture is the balintawak. Balintawak is less formal style of Filipiniana which does not make use of a soft or stiff panuelo. The next one is the terno, a one-piece creation with both bodies and skirt, panuelo-less, and the bodies became fitted. The silhouette of the traditional barot saya were modified and stylized, also known as mestiza dress. In terno, the sleeves are out above the shoulder and they are plaited around the shoulder to create a round shape. This sample picture is the terno. The next one is the baro or camisa. the short collarless upper part or waist-length blouse of the Filipino terno. Some were elaborately embroidered on the edges or all over. It is usually made of flimsy material and lately nylon, off-white or cream in color. This sample picture is the baro or kamesa. The next one is the kimona, short and loose women's blouse with extended sleeves worn on top of a long saya. A kimona is typically transparent with its clothing made from pineapple fiber. The skirt is usually printed with patadyong pattern. This sample picture is the kimona. The next one is saya, outer clothes worn by women, with pleats from top to bottom or from waist to feet. In some provinces of Spain, a black skirt called saya. The saya is usually comprised either single or double sheets. Its length usually begins from the waist, reaching the floor. This sample picture is the saya. The next one is the serpentina, skirt characterized by a straight silhouette from the waist to somewhere around the knees, where it was cut in a serpentine or snake-like fashion and to which was then attached a wide semicircular bottom panel of the same material, cut in bias. This sample picture is the serpentina dress. The next one is the panuelo, a piece of cloth more or less a meter square, shape folded into two to a triangle shape of different sizes and for various uses. Set over the shoulders for neck and chest covering, the beginning of the panuelo was trend in the period for modesty. This sample picture is the panuelo. The next one is tapis, a knee-length hip-hugging over skirt, as an ancient in the ensemble to keep the lower torso from showing the pureness of the skirt. A translucent or muslin materials were used for over skirt. As what you can observe in the picture, it hugs the hips. The design is usually plain or contrasting patterns. This sample picture is a tapis. The next one is the Ilocano peasant costume. In female, we have the barot saya with tapis. In male, we have the camisa de chino with colored pants. The next one is the tausug costume. In female, we have the barawas, sawal, siyag, and headpiece. In male, we have the badjo and sawal. The last one is the subanin costume. In female, we have the laho de libon, which is the blouse. The next one is the tapis, which is the skirt. And they also have headpiece and necklaces, as what you can observe in the picture. In male costume, they have badjo, sawal, and tubao. This is the sample picture of the male costume of the subanin. That's all, guys, and thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something.